This video showcases a year's worth of fascinating wildlife captured by a remote camera tucked away in the southeastern corner of Tarra-Bulga National Park.
Three species of possum occur in Tarra-Bulga. The common brush-tailed possum, Trichoceros vulpecula, is mainly found at lower altitudes. The mountain brush-tailed possum, also known as the bowbuck, Trichoceros cunninghamii, thrives in cool, wet forests, and the common ring-tailed possum, Pseudocerus peregrinus, prefers dense understory and fern gullies.
The long-nosed bandicoot, Parameles nasuta, is a small, ground-dwelling marsupial known for its pointed snout, hunched posture, and surprisingly powerful digging claws. In Tarra-Bulga, they thrive in the cool temperate rainforest and wet forest understory, where dense ferns, leaf litter, and soft soils give them everything they need.
Programs to control foxes and feral cats are vital to ensure that populations of small mammals and birds in Tarra-Bulga National Park continue to survive. The superb lyrebirds were sometimes curious about the cameras. Possibly they were able to see their reflections in the glass.
Antechinus were sometimes detected. As they are very small, they were often hard to make out in the remote images.
Native bush rats were also common, although again they were not easy to identify to species level.
Swamp wallabies were the most common species caught on camera. The mums often had joeys with them. Usually known as solitary animals, we often observe the wallabies hanging around in groups. Common wombats, species that you often encounter along the roads at nighttime, were regularly filmed, though not as often as we might have predicted. The cameras were able to pick up ground-dwelling bird species that are often hard to spot in the dense understory. The superb lyrebird, Bassian thrushes, pileok birds and eastern whipbirds were some of the species detected.
Feral cats are also commonly encountered. They are a threat to small birds and mammals.
Many of the small birds captured on camera could not be identified to species level because the images were not clear enough to confidently tell them apart from other species.
Other mammal species known to be present in the park, such as sugar gliders and ring-tailed possums, were only captured at a different camera site, where a camera was pointed higher up on the trunk of a gum tree.
Several bird species, such as superb fairy wrens, crimson rosellas, olive whistlers, and the introduced common blackbird, were observed spending more time in the trees than on the ground. These birds were recorded only a few times throughout the year.
At times it was also difficult to separate out the two different species of brush-tailed possum. Generally that required a clear view of the face and ears. brush-tailed possums were the most frequently observed species at this site. Superb lyrebirds and long-nosed bandicoots were also regularly detected, while white-browed scrub wrens were the most commonly recorded small bird species. Antechinus were observed here more often than at other locations within the park. Only one koala and 3 echidnas were recorded over the year, with both species appearing more frequently at other sites.
At its peak, our monitoring project had 8 cameras operating across the park. Check out our iNaturalist project and our website www.friendsoftarra-bulga.org.au for more results of our camera surveys. Thank you for watching.